In the shadows where truth and tales intertwine, we find the thrilling, the chilling, the downright spine-tingling. From the paranormal to the peculiar, every echo has a story. Dare to delve into the unexpected, the unexplained? Brace yourself, for you're about to embark on a journey where fear meets fascination. Stay tuned if you dare, for stories that will make your heart race and your mind ponder. Welcome to the realm of the eerie, the realm of the unknown. And remember, like and subscribe, if you dare. Have you ever wondered how the lines blur between myth and reality, especially when it comes to creatures like werewolves? Today we delve into the fascinating and chilling life of Manuel Blanco Romasanta, Spain's first documented serial killer, also known as the Werewolf of Alaris. Born in the early 19th century, his life took an unusual turn right from the start. Initially mistaken for a girl, he was named Manuela. As he grew, he shed this feminine identity to become Manuel, a man who would later be notorious for his gruesome deeds. In his early adult life, Romasanta found work as a tailor, an occupation that seemed to suit his stature. As some accounts suggest, he was less than 5 feet tall. He married, but tragedy struck when his wife passed away in the year 1833. This event marked a turning point in Romasanta's life, leading him to become a traveling salesman. His new profession took him across the beautiful landscapes of Galicia and through Portugal. He built his trade by guiding travelers across the treacherous mountainous terrains, becoming a familiar and trusted figure. However, the trust bestowed upon him would soon be shattered. In the year 1844, Romasanta committed his first recorded murder, killing a constable over a debt. This act forced him into hiding, leading to a conviction in absentia and a sentence of 10 years in prison. However, Romasanta managed to evade capture, obtaining a false passport and starting a new life in a small Galician village. In this new setting, he worked as a cook and weaver, and was noted for his friendly demeanor, especially toward the women of the village. Many considered him effeminate, but little did they know of the horrors that lurked beneath his pleasant exterior. As Romasanta seemed to settle into his new life in a small Galician village, darker deeds were yet to come. In the quiet of the mountains, a monstrous secret was taking shape. Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the diminutive tailor-turned-guide, was beginning a horrifying spree that would send chills down the spines of those who dared to cross his path. Romasanta offered his services as a guide, promising safe passage through the treacherous Galician mountains. Unbeknownst to these unsuspecting travelers, he had a gruesome plan in mind. His victims, often women and children, would trustingly follow him into the heart of the wilderness, unaware of the fate that awaited them. His method was as cunning as it was cruel. After carrying out the dreadful act, Romasanta would forge letters in the handwriting of his victims. These letters, sent to the victims' families, would assure them that their loved ones were safe and well, delaying the discovery of their untimely demise. This ruse allowed Romasanta to continue his heinous acts undetected for a time longer than anyone would dare to imagine. But Romasanta's monstrosity didn't end there. In a chilling twist, he began selling the belongings of his victims. Dresses, shoes, trinkets, all found new owners, oblivious to the horror attached to these items. And perhaps most disturbing of all, he began selling soap. This was no ordinary soap, however. It was rumored to be made of human fat, the remains of his unfortunate victims. These unsettling developments did not go unnoticed. Whispers began to circulate. Rumors of the guide's strange behavior began to spread. Stories of missing loved ones, of letters that didn't quite sound right, of soap that held a dark secret. They all began to form a sinister tapestry that pointed to one man, Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the tailor, the guide, the werewolf of Alaris. As suspicions grew, the time was ripe for justice to intervene. When the law finally caught up with Romasanta, he had a defense that was as chilling as it was unprecedented. In the year of 1852, the werewolf of Alaris found himself cornered by the law in a small village of Nombela, Toledo. His macabre trade of selling victims' belongings and soap, rumored to be made of human fat, had raised a red flag leading to a formal allegation and, ultimately, his arrest. At his trial, Romasanta was no ordinary defendant. He admitted to 13 murders but pleaded not guilty on the grounds of lycanthropy. Yes, you heard that right. He claimed to be a werewolf. According to his testimony, he was cursed to transform into a wolf after encountering a pair of the creatures in the mountains. It was during these transformations Romasanta claimed that he would kill his victims, helpless against the primal urges of his beastly form. This unusual defense intrigued the court, and Romasanta was examined by doctors adhering to the principles of phrenology. Now, phrenology is a long discredited science that claimed to identify character traits through skull measurements, but at that time it was considered cutting edge. The phrenologists, using their questionable methods, declared Romasanta to be a liar. His skull, they claimed, showed no signs of lycanthropy. Despite his fantastical defense, Romasanta was found guilty. The court convicted him for 9 of the 13 murders he had confessed to. His sentence, death. But even in this, Romasanta's story refused to follow a predictable path. He never made it to the gallows. Instead, he died in prison under circumstances that remain shrouded in mystery. Some say he was shot by a guard, others whisper of a battle with cancer. Convicted of 9 murders, Romasanta's tale took yet another dark turn. His death in prison, whether by bullet or disease, marked the end of a bloody chapter in the annals of crime. But the story of the werewolf of Alariz was far from over. It would continue to haunt the collective memory, a stark reminder of the horrors that can lurk beneath the veneer of humanity. A death sentence hung over Romasanta, but his end came in a way no one expected. This man, the werewolf of Alariz, who confessed to 13 horrifying murders, never met the executioner's blade. Instead, he met an end as enigmatic as his life, within the cold stone walls of a prison cell. Romasanta was not executed. Rumors whisper that he fell under the wrathful shot of a prison guard, while others contend that he succumbed to the slow, gnawing grip of cancer. The truth of his end, much like the truth of his monstrous actions, remains shrouded in the shadows of uncertainty. Yet, even in death, the mystery of Romasanta did not cease. Theories abound attempting to dissect the mind of this man-wolf. Was he truly a lycanthrope, cursed to transform into a beast under the full moon's gaze? Or was he simply a man whose mind had been warped and twisted by the cruel hands of circumstance? One such theory suggests that Romasanta's actions were not the result of an inherent evil or supernatural curse, but the grim consequence of a mind driven to madness by starvation. The harsh famine that ravaged Galicia during his time could have gnawed at his sanity, pushing him over the edge into a realm of unspeakable horrors. Yet, no theory, no explanation can truly account for the terror that Romasanta brought upon his unsuspecting victims. His life remains a chilling testament to the monstrous capabilities that lurk within the human form. In the end, Manuel Blanco Romasanta's life and crimes continue to haunt us, an eerie reminder of the horrors humanity is capable of. His tale, the tale of the werewolf of Alariz, echoes through the ages, a spectral whisper in the annals of horror that forces us to confront the beast that may lurk within us all. Romasanta's story forces us to question what drives a man to such horrific acts. As we reflect on the tale of Manuel Blanco Romasanta, the werewolf of Alariz, we grapple with a narrative that blurs the lines between myth and reality. Romasanta's life was anything but ordinary. Born as Manuela and raised as a girl, he defied societal norms even before his monstrous acts came to light. He was a tailor, a guide, a cook, and a weaver. But beyond these identities, he was a manipulator and a killer. His ability to gain trust, particularly of women, and his clever use of forged letters allowed his atrocities to go unnoticed for a significant period. His actions culminated in the murders of 13 individuals, a crime he confessed to during his trial. However, his defense was not one of sanity, remorse, or even denial. Instead, he claimed to be a victim of lycanthropy, a werewolf cursed by a pair of the creatures he encountered in the mountains. This defense, while dismissed by the court, has left an indelible mark on the annals of criminal history. Romasanta's case forces us to confront the complexities of the human mind and the depths of its darkness. His claims of lycanthropy blur the boundaries of reality, making us question whether the werewolf was a figment of his imagination, a manifestation of his brutal deeds, or a desperate attempt at evading responsibility. Regardless of the truth, his story compels us to delve deeper into the understanding of what makes a monster. The implications of Romasantas' case extend beyond his lifetime. His trial and defense remain a chilling reminder of the lengths a person can go to justify their actions. It forces us to consider the societal and psychological factors that may contribute to such extreme behaviors. Romasantas' tale is a stark reminder of the potential darkness that resides in the human psyche. It makes us question whether such monstrous acts are born out of inherent evil, or are they a result of circumstances and experiences? As we delve into the darkness of the human mind, we are left pondering, are monsters born or are they made? And so, our tale of the Campfire Horrors comes to an end. Until next time, sleep tight. Before we part ways, dear viewers, remember to stay vigilant. The Campfire Horrors may have been extinguished for now, but the embers of the unknown always remain. As you lay down to sleep tonight, don't forget the lessons from our tale. Safety is but a fleeting moment in a world of unseen. So, if you've enjoyed this journey into the abyss, don't forget to ring that bell and smash that like button. Do it before the thing under your bed decides to pay you a visit. Oh, and keep those night lights on. You never know what might be lurking in the dark. Thank you for embarking on this terrifying adventure with us. Until our paths cross again in another tale of the unknown. Goodbye and sweet dreams, if you can.